Have you ever wondered why you feel lost sometimes? Why it's so easy to get excited about something new, but so hard to stay focused on your real goals? Do you have goals? Well, that feeling of being pulled in every direction, that's not just bad habits, it's a spiritual attack. And today, I'm going to expose the real enemy behind it: lust. Lust is ruled by a demon called Asmodeus. And you don't have to have ever heard that name, but it's still true. Asmodeus is the ruler of the sin called lust. And now, when most people hear the word lust, they automatically think about sexual perversion. And yes, lust does show up there, but that's only surface level. Lust is much deeper than sexual temptation. The only reason why lust is associated with sexual temptation so heavily is because the word lust means any source of pleasure or delight. So the easiest way to distract you with any source of pleasure or delight is through your sexual energy. Okay? Lust is any obsession with pleasure. I'll say that one more time. Lust is any obsession with pleasure. It's any distraction that pulls you away from the purpose God gave you. What's your purpose in life? Do you know? Most people don't, and I'm not trying to condemn you. It might feel convicting, but I'm not condemning you. Lust doesn't just tempt your body, it tempts your attention. It's like a spiritual billboard. Hey, look over here. Exit in 5 miles. Because the real goal isn't pleasure, it's distraction. The devil does not want you to get to the goal, which is building God's kingdom. Let me show you how it really works. Every distraction starts before the activity. It starts with an image, an idea, a fantasy. You don't accidentally mess up. You see it first. The presentation of the image is the distraction itself. And remember, distractions are very fast. Okay? Distractions are always very, very, very fast. They are as fast as an image can be presented to you. And once the image is presented and you accept it by looking at it, now it's no longer a distraction. Now you are dealing with another demon, and we're going to talk about that here in a few moments. But when you pay attention to it, that's when lust enters. Attention is your highest, most valuable asset in the spirit world. Attention, your attention. What you pay attention to is the God that will provide for you. This is absolutely true. Most people don't know this. But let me get back on track. And it's never just lust alone. Lust and pride work together. So pride is ruled by a demon called Leviathan. Asmodeus and Leviathan work together. First, lust distracts you with the image in your mind, and then pride tells you it's time to show it off. Let everybody see how good you are, how strong you are, how fast you are, how smart you are. That is called the love of display. And this is exactly how or what the word pride means. Pride means the love of display. So the people who have all these doctoral degrees and, it's an outstanding accomplishment, but they have their degrees posted on the wall behind them. All right? Is that at all going to do anything for anybody watching? No. You just want to display that. That's called pride. Thus, people say, oh, I'm so proud of myself. Do you know what the word proud means? Proud and pride are the same thing. They're just different tenses. Proud is the after tense. So the word proud literally means guilty of committing the sin of pride. That's why it's called proud. So when you say, oh, I'm proud of you, young Jessica, young Kyle, young Ashley, young whoever, you're cursing them. You are putting the demon of Leviathan on them, the demon of pride. Okay? And now you're trapped, caught in a cycle of chasing pleasure instead of fulfilling your purpose. Now, let me give you a real world example. I remember a time I was working on something really important, something I knew God told me to build. I had the whole day cleared, my calendar was clean, I was ready to go. But then social media happened. I started to scroll, the doomsday scrolling. I don't do that anymore. But it just happens out of nowhere. As soon as I was starting to prepare to get all my gear together, and I love gear, trust me. I love gear. I have lots of gear. And what ended up happening was I was on the way to get stuff done, and an image came in my head about Instagram and about YouTube. And I was 3 hours later still scrolling. I got caught. Okay? I saw an ad about some tech gear, and then I went down the rabbit hole. Okay? Next thing you know, I'm researching it, reviewing, and it's a wrap. Okay? My whole day's wasted. I want you to know that at the end of that, I had no energy left for the thing God told me to originally do. That's a sin. I disobeyed God. That's lust. That's distraction. And here's the kicker. God doesn't need you. He doesn't need me either. When God tells you to do something, it's because that's your purpose. It's the assignment He gave you. So when you get distracted, when you chase a different image, you're obeying a God, but it's not the God. It's not Yahweh. It's not the Almighty. It's not the Prince of Peace. And that's how people lose their way. No goals, no purpose, just endless distractions, always busy, but going nowhere. That's not random. That's lust doing its job. So how do you fight back? You're in luck. I'm going to give you 3 ways to defeat lust right now. Number 1, guard your attention like your life depends on it. And I mean guard your attention for real. Verify the things that are entering your sphere of influence, meaning verify the things that are entering your mind. If you're cooking dinner and all of a sudden you have an image of beer or alcohol, verify, why are you here? Oh, I want you to get to stop washing the dishes. I want you to curse out your husband or your wife. I want you to avoid being a good parent. I want you to, not do your homework after you're done washing the dishes. You need to verify. Verify. Guard your attention. When you guard your attention, something miraculous happens. You start to be aligned properly with God. Where your attention goes, your life follows. You don't have to entertain every image. You have 100% control over your imagination. Yes, it's true. I have a rhinoceros in my backyard that is standing on 3 layers of pancakes. And on top of the pancake, I actually put strawberries around it because the rhinoceros loves it. Guess what? I just lied just for this simple example. Okay? There's no rhinoceros standing on pancakes surrounded by strawberries. But as extravagant as that example was, you had that image in your mind. Good. Congratulations. You have an imagination, but you might not have mastered it yet. Mastering your imagination is critical. You need to master your imagination. And if you want to learn how to do that, just click the description below. I put my imagination mastery course down there so that you can learn how to master it, your mind for real this time. Focus is spiritual warfare, okay? So let's go on to the next thing. Number 2. Well, actually, your attention is what all spiritual warfare is about anyway. That's the foundational truth. Your attention is what spiritual warfare is about. This is what God and the devil are battling for. Who are you focused on in spirit? Whatever God you're focusing on, you are worshiping, and then in retrospect, they are providing for you. All right, now I'm ready for number 2. Number 2, define your goals in writing without clear goals, you'll chase whatever looks exciting. This is the curse of ambition. Okay? This is the curse of ambition. Ambition is not what you think. I've written an entire chapter on it. Okay? The word ambition means eager desire to be honored. You want people to honor you. You want people to really, really, really like you. And you'll do that in many different ways if you are ambitious. You'll be at McDonald's flipping hamburgers for $500,000 a year, and it's not even in your purpose, but guess what? You'll be miserable because God didn't tell you to do that. When you have a target, you can measure every distraction against it. Working, earning money outside of your purpose, even if it's a lot more money, is still a distraction. If it doesn't move you toward your God-given purpose, it's not from Him. There's nothing in between, as innocent as it may feel. Remember, most evil is not violent. Disobeying God is evil. Tool number 3, pray for discernment. Okay? Pray for discernment over delight. Most people pray for blessings. They start praying for discernment, and discernment protects you from chasing blessings that aren't from God. Okay? You can't defeat lust by trying harder. Why? Because lust feels good to your physical body. You defeat lust by seeing it for what it really is. A demon sent to distract you before you even move. Now, if this opened your eyes today and you're ready to start fighting back, you need to jump into my Spiritually Disciplined Leader mini course. It is a spiritual step-by-step battle plan designed to help you build the structure, your focus, and your spiritual sight. You need to overcome spiritual attacks like lust before they even start. So get the course. Okay? This course I've used in my life, and I actually implement this with the students that I'm coaching now. These students are using the same spiritual steps in this mini course so that they don't have to be distracted by lust anymore. This course is not only for spiritual people. It's for people who are leaders, business owners, people who are scaling their business. You know, you don't have to be spiritual. And I'm not talking about crystals or sage or zodiac signs. That stuff is not spiritual. Well, it is, but it's demonic. So spirit is the equation for all of life. Okay? Spirituality belongs to God. Everything belongs to God. And if you want to dive even deeper, grab my ebook, The War on Procrastination, because when lust distracts you, procrastination locks you in place. Learn exactly how demons like lust, pride, and sloth work together to keep you stuck. Okay, these three demons keep you stuck forever, never letting you finish anything in life again. You thought it was just you being lazy, and it's not. Okay, if you have any questions or you need help, reach out to me directly at my email. I'll put my email in the description below. Okay, I really want you guys to stay focused, stay disciplined, stay spiritually aligned, because your life depends on it. Now, if you didn't know, now you know.